Today we're talking about long distance shooting. And when shooting long distance, one of the first things that you have to do is bring the bow to you. And this makes you better at short range as well, but you have to bring the bow to you. Don't go to the bow. Bring the bow standing in a straight up position, bring the bow all the way into you, and then center in your peep. If you go to the bow, then it's going to cause issues when you try to center in the peep and start aiming. You're gonna move because you're not in a natural position. You need to stand up straight, bring the bow to you, and get your anchor. Then as you work the shot, you're in a relaxed position that allows you to make a good shot.
So Nebraska's been a staple on where I head to for the first time of the year. I shot my first velvet mule deer there 3 years ago. Shot one of the biggest whitetails I've ever killed with a bow 2 years ago. And this year I wanted to go and shoot a velvet whitetail. Didn't have really high expectations on score-wise, didn't care. I just wanted a mature deer that was in velvet. I don't have the chance here in Missouri with it opening September 15th. So we headed to Nebraska, try to kill a velvet whitetail.
We're on the road in northwest Nebraska. It's about 6:55. We've been on the road since about 3, so we've got about 6 hours left. Just getting through Missouri now, but we'll see. We're gonna get up there tonight and scout a little bit this evening. Maybe hang a set or two, run some cameras, just try to see what's going on, get kind of a pulse for what the deer are doing. And then tomorrow is opening day for Nebraska, which is September 1st. Set it out. I doubt we hunt the morning. We'll probably just hunt evenings with it being early season, but just have to see what's running around and what we can get in front of. But got about 6 more hours left, so we're on the road and hopefully we'll be there quick.
Scouting's always a big key to your success, early season especially. The deer are pretty patternable, especially if they're still in velvet. And it's pretty much just a food source to bed kind of game. Sometimes water plays a factor, but we knew we had to get our boots on the ground and really get some cameras up, try to figure out where these deer were eating, where they were bedding, and just try to get in between them.
Full Draw Adventures is brought to you by Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. E-Ninja Bikes. Excel Sights and Scopes. Black Eagle Arrows, superior carbon technology. True Ball Archery. West Houston Archery. Shrewd Archery, Last Chance Archery, Matthews.
Introducing E-Ninja off-road bikes. Powerful, rechargeable, and affordable, E-Ninja bikes are designed with the outdoorsman in mind. With a 48-volt high-torque motor and 21-gear Shimano transmission, E-Ninja bikes can go almost anywhere. Be the ninja with E-Ninja bikes.
So as technology grows and kind of changes in this industry, we developed an app that we were able to go live from our TV cameras. So what we film the show with every year, we found a way to stream it live onto our app. That was something that we hadn't really tried before, but we wanted to really bad, something that we looked into for a couple years to do, and we felt like going into this year was going to be the real test run of getting it done and getting it streamed live. So with the new technology, it brought a lot of stress upon us. We really went out, it was a normal day in the office as far as shooting content and things like that, but with live, you don't get a chance to redo it. If I miss a deer, everyone knows about it. If I hit a deer poorly, everyone knows about it. Where in the industry in the past, if you hit a deer bad, a lot of guys wouldn't even show it and no one would know about it. So this is something that really put us out front. It allows people to really see our personalities, who we are, truly, not just in front of a camera, not after post-editing, things like that. We don't get prettied up. It's just a matter of us grinding it out, how it really is out in the tree. And it brings something that I thought was a real, I guess I would say, realism to it, and makes us more approachable and kind of describes who we are as people.
You know that there's like a little swag that runs along the trees and along the pivot from the north end around. It's holding some water, and it's funneled those deer to where they got to come all the way down past those cattails, and then they're crossing to go up and over. So they're coming down that tree line and then swinging down.
And that's right where I had that camera, was kind of down on that end last year.
Yeah.
The weather altogether was really warm, highs in the 90s, lows in the upper 70s. Just really not what you're looking for whitetail. So coming into it, we really wanted to try to find these deer and where they were bedding for the most part, because we wanted to get as close to their bedding as you possibly can in the summer months at least, because it's a matter of daylight movement just doesn't happen. It's so hot, these deer are staying in bed longer and getting back to bed really, really early. So we put out a bunch of coverts and just try to pick up a deer coming through that was messing up and we could get in front of.
Alright guys, this is day 3. We're sitting in the same exact set I killed the buck in last year. So this will be kind of exciting. Hopefully we can get it done 2 years in a row. I don't know. We still got the alfalfa behind us, still got the Kingans that direction. Hopefully we're in between where they want to be. But we're going to sit this out. We got a camera on it just in case. So if we don't kill tonight, we'll at least know what's coming through here now. But yeah, we're going to set it out. Trevor Day's running the camera. Hopefully I can get the bow stuff done on my end and we can get one killed. We'll see.
Your odor is betraying you. It's ruining your hunt, pressuring your property, and killing your opportunities. This year, let nothing stand between you and your best season ever. Deploy a steady stream of odor-destroying molecules every second of every hour of every hunt with Ozonics. Available only at OzonicsHunting.com.
So we hunted the first couple days and really weren't getting the daylight movement we were needing. And we had a cold front come through. So we moved into this spot we've been waiting to hunt that was in a bedding area. And it wasn't long, and we noticed a deer that we had trail camera pictures of, a big 8-pointer that I would be glad to kill. He ended up staying out about 55 yards and worked past us, but we knew we were getting closer to him for sure. So at the end of the 4th day, we had a great encounter, but we didn't get anything killed. This is now the longest hunt I've had with Miles in 3 years. I'm beginning to worry, but I knew that we were close to the bucks, and I knew that we had the right wind for that stand again the next day.
Well, it is night 5. We had an encounter in this stand last night with a 10 and an 8. The 8's the older deer for sure. I don't know, the 10 almost looks like he's 3. I'd have to look at him. Hopefully I can see him tonight and really tell, but 8's an older deer. He's got really big brow tines. We're going to shoot him if he comes in. We're gonna maybe shoot the 10 if he comes in. I don't know. Just have to see how old he is when he gets in there. But spot's been awesome. We saw 9 bucks last night. I think probably would have put an arrow in about 3 or 4 of them. So looked like they were mature deer. They're going hard horn every day. I think the majority of the bucks we saw last night were indeed hard horn. So I would say I better try to get it done tonight or tomorrow, or I'm gonna have to shoot a hardhorn buck. But we're gonna get this stuff together and then slip in here and see if we can't get something killed tonight.
So we're into day 5. We don't hunt mornings at all, early seasons, just the deer are back in the beds by the time we get there and need to kill them. So day 5, we go in a little early because we know this spot, the deer are bedding really, really close to it from the night before. And we're not in the stand very long, and we see the 10-pointer that we had an encounter with the night before, like 500 yards away, all the way across the field, and he's hardhorn. He went hardhorn overnight, so I'm beginning to worry because I don't know if there's any velvet deer around. Usually when they start, and they just go so quick. And I keep glassing, thinking that the 8-pointer is probably with him because they were together the night before. So I'm looking for the 8-pointer across the field, and he never shows up. And all of a sudden, I catch movement down below the stand. I look down, and he's right below us. So as the deer comes towards us, it appears on camera like he's coming straight at us, but he's really not. He's angling to my left, and I just need him to take one more step before I can shoot. And finally, after about 30 seconds, the deer takes the step, and I make the shot.
shot. That was horrible. God, it was back. But that's what we got to deal with. So we're going to give him a lot of time. It's going to be a tough one to track. I don't know if they even got through all the way. But we're going to wait. He was in velvet. That's the big 8. We got a lot of time we can give him. So it's about, I think sunset out here is like 7:20, something like that. It's, what time did I say it was? Like 6? Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. So we're gonna give him a little bit.
So after the shot, I immediately think the shot's back. It looks back. We watched the video. It looks horrible. I'm freaking out in the stand. You know, we just did this. We actually got it live, and you know, emotions are so crazy because hunting is like a 0 to 60 thing, and you know, you're at 60, but then you do a shot like that, and it takes you right back down to 0, and you're worried about finding the deer, if you killed the deer, you know. And I analyzed 1,000 times. I watched that video, I would say probably 100 times in the stand, trying to figure out, you know, where it is, what to do, what the next step is. Ultimately, you know, looking back on it today, it was one of the best things that could have happened in that situation. It really became more of an educational piece for people. I think it made it, I don't know, more real, I guess, and it really lived up to what live is and what the capabilities of it were. So we went in the next morning, just kind of tried to, you know, leapfrog into the blood trail and just take our time and kind of look through. And we ended up, he made a button hook and he literally died probably 80 yards from the stand.
All right, well, we got this guy recovered. We didn't film anything with the recovery because it was an all-out search. It was unbelievable. We knew with a high hole we were gonna have a problem following blood. We found 4 spots of blood, literally. And just so happens that he circled completely around like these deer do when they're hit. They'll usually go back the way they came. We found 2 spots where he made the corner, and then we found 2 spots where he jumped the fence. And he was only 100 yards as a crow flies from the stand. So he was actually dead last night. He's pretty stiff now, but we got him pulled him up here on the hill so you guys can kind of see some scenery and stuff. But great deer, old deer, mature deer here. I mean, he's got a ton of character. He's in velvet, my first velvet whitetail buck with a bow. It could have been a little smoother. I think I could have made a little bit better shot on it, but wasn't too bad. We were right with backing out. I probably would have, even if I would have gone in and looked for him last night, he was dead, but I would have backed out still because just the low amount of blood that was there. But we're very excited about it. We're gonna get him out of here and get him skinned out and in the cooler and head back towards Missouri.
So we have the buck on the ground. We're extremely excited. Man, this is my 3rd buck now I've killed with Miles out in western Nebraska, and every hunt has been a little bit different, but ultimately I end up filling a tag and coming home with something I'm gonna put on the wall.